All right. Well, these are the mounds here. There's 1, 2, and we see 3 mounds. And this is Mound Park, Minneapolis. Actually, this conjuncture is the highest conjuncture between the Mississippi River and the Minnesota rivers. And so we'll give a little better narrative. Again, if we look over here, this whole area is mounds. So as it says, the sign said, you know, it's not defined, but you can just look at the area. This ain't been turned into pickleball over there. And one thing this whole area says is, you know, understand this is all a cemetery. And they put the Sacred Ball game over here too. See that? In the form of tennis. Oh, so this must be a 4 mounds. Wow. As much as I don't want to walk in the grass, I will. As we show respect, we also show that, and I think this is part of the Hopewell culture. And what you have to keep in mind is, you know, this part of the country, especially Wisconsin, was the most moundsy country. Mounds. Wisconsin is basically a whole state of mounds. And so this little is left. And this is from the, I think they've preserved this since the 1890s. So much of it, this kind of thing has been destroyed across the country. Of course, you know, they went in it to try to find money, because other mounds, you know, they were able to find treasures which didn't belong to them. But and, you know, I've had to bring, you know, one of my inferences of the sacred. I always keep the were jaguar on me. Pretty much carry him all the time. But this is a great historical. I mean, you don't want to touch it because it is sacred. But yeah, we're grateful that we can get this close to it. And I guess you could say peace and serenity. You kind of feel that. Where we were up the street, looking at the first part of the complex, I had spoke, and I was like, people come up here to smoke weed. And sure enough, we came back, we saw the, you know, one of the blunt packs. Well, I can see why. The serenity you feel being here is quite amazing. If we can get this close to this kind of thing.
Absolutely amazing.
Just the energy. You see some type of stake is right there. So, you know, I don't know why, but, and of all, and not to really sound racist, but, you know, somewhere the Europeans realized that this is, you know, they were able to, because, you know, eminent domain could wipe this out. But we see this whole complex. And again, you know, the idea of the sacred ball field on a complex like this, you couldn't help but have it. And we're just thankful that this exists, and that we are able to admire it without having to own. We just want to admire it, to know that we can still be part of true American energy without any European influence. And this is totally America. And so we're grateful that this is preserved for us to just come and recharge. Because it's not that we're just seeing this one, we're actually to connect with them all. Again, this overlooks St. Paul. So we're on the St. Paul side, which is the older side of the city. They have tours because a lot of the gangsters hid in St. Paul. Okay. Beacon. Oh, this is okay, that's an airport beacon. So if they fly too low. Yeah. And so this is, as you go down here, this is kind of the start of this area. What's called Mound Park. Indian Mound Park. You know, in the change of history, it just makes you wonder how long, how long will something, hopefully, would people, come here? It seems like people are drawn up here. And I'm thankful I live in the part of the country that would still have this kind of thing. And so, yeah, next summer, definitely coming up here more. There's a beautiful shot here, St. Paul. I don't come over here a lot. So 1, 2, I think it's actually 4 mounds. Funny, they have a gate here. It looks like sometimes they have to go in it for some reason. You can kind of see where they tore up something here. Something had to run through, and this is the smaller. And I think of the 4 mounds, this is the most substantial. Despite this being in the city, in like a city park, this is really very serene, very beautiful. It's like, it's a respect here. It really is a respect here that you can see. I mean, even with the children at the playground over there, it's still a respect here. Kundalini, where they kept a lot of the native grasses to this area. Again, this viewpoint. And one of the 4th mound. And I think there was over here some people kind of meditating off the area. And the burial ground shouldn't say native. As we know, natives are descendants of George Washington. Should say American Indian, not native. Oh, looks like something's back over there. Yeah, I think it's a path over here. Do you want a jumbo pop?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
It's the ice cream man. He got jumbo pops, fudgesicles, and all that good kind of stuff. Oh, this I did not show. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. And it's funny how they try to throw Western occultism. My brother would appreciate this. So, you know, what we have here are burial mounds, but again, we have effigy mounds. As you see the crocodile shape, that would be more of an effigy mound. Not really sure, but again, they give the Crowley, so below, and it's as above. Now, historically, where we are, this says the White Cliffs where you currently stand is a place connection to earth, sky, and water, and the highest elevation along the confluence areas of the Mississippi and the Minnesota rivers. This topographical conjuncture at the convergence of mountain, cave, and sky, cliff, river, and spring X the connection of ancestors and living descendants. So, hey. So, I think this is an area where people come and meditate. Oh, all right. So, yeah, okay, I see. But I can see where the energy and why people, you know, like this area, centered area here. Remind me of the Wiz. Ease on down the road. Oh, don't you carry nothing that would be a load. Just ease on down the road. But look at all this land. There's nothing but mounds everywhere you see. This is how America once was. It was moundsy everywhere. And I'll even poke at you mud flood people, because some of the stuff that y'all saying they digging out these so-called houses ain't nothing but them destroying mounds. Look it up. I guess we're just gonna go scenic. Now, something that I think I like everywhere that it says you are in the cemetery. As you walk this trail, be mindful that you are in a burial place that has been thousands of years. And as we know, that when the Dakota, or whatever you want to call them, came in this area, this stuff was already here. So they had really no connection to what was here before. Them coming from, you know, far up north. Again, what we see is we don't see the massively old trees. You know, we're seeing what we normally see. 50 to 100-year-old trees, if that. Some of these trees, like this tree right here, is not very old. Probably old as me.
But look down at that pit.
Now, yeah, some of this gully, we do see some of the older trees that once they found there was no way to get money out of this area, and they preserved it. Because it's been preserved, that's all, since 1893. Now, some of these are older. We see some of these older trees. Thought it was some water or something. We're just seeing, oh, okay, there it is. So this is where the Mississippi.
You're standing in a circle right there. That goes really crazy. Like if you stand in a circle and then talk, it sounds like you're in a dome. Wow.
Let's hear. Hello? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I kind of, it does.
Oh my god.
I don't know if that comes on, but yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, it does echo right here. Now what we have is the point commands a view of the great water courses of North America. The stream which once filled this valley, named the River Warren, was larger than any other river on the continent today. During the past million years, Minnesota has been partly covered by glaciers 4 times. The short summers and long winters of the Great Ice Age caused an accumulation of snow and ice to a thick 7,000 feet. As the climate moderated, glaciation came to an end. Enormous quantities of water were released to flow away from the ice field. The valley of the Mississippi, visible from this point, was eroded such a stream about 12,000 years ago. And that is the Mississippi down there. So, but yeah, there's wow. It's like as soon as you come here, there's definitely an echo. I wonder how they did that.
Stand like right in
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's coming. Yeah, right here. Wow, that is crazy. Yeah, it does sound amplified. Can't explain that. Some kind of wow, dome-ish, as she said. All right. Oh, this is a mound here. Do we see this one? Just a small one? No.
No, because the other ones are.
Yeah, this is a mound here. Didn't even recognize this one. It's kind of hidden. Yeah, this is a mound here. Wow, wouldn't even recognized it. But yeah, there's a mound in there. Right there. Something there. Another mound. Oh yeah, so this is, yeah, there's mounds like, well, I think, but there's a mound right here. Definitely, some of that you're probably gonna drop off the cliff into the river if you go too far up in there. But yeah, this is a smaller mound too. Is this it?
I want to say there might be one more down there.
And there's the other mound.
Because it showed 3, and so I wonder if that first cluster is 1.
Could be. Rain. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's starting to rain. So it shows something where else?
I don't know. Maybe down here.
Didn't we drive down there?
Oh, we did. We did.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is beautiful. This whole complex. So hope you didn't mind. This is the Mississippi Mounds. They're mounds on the Mississippi. With this being the last one right here.